Hey ladies, Dr. Greg here. Welcome back to another episode of the Dr. Greg Show. We have been slowly, deliberately walking our way through all of the wonderful and amazing and sometimes frustrating things that can be a part of perimenopause and the hormonal swings and what the hell else is happening in my body. I get it. I've been inside this space now for almost 25 years. I've spoken to 10,000 plus women like you, and there's a lot to it. So let's go here. Most women think their hormones are broken. But what I see over and over again is this: their hormones are responding appropriately to their environment, to stress, to sleep, to blood sugar, and to the environment they're living in. Let me say that again. Your hormones respond appropriately to your environment. So let's dive in. Welcome to the show. This is going to be a simple start. We're going to talk about something we call the hormone symptom tracker. And again, this is education only. This is not medical advice. Seek an expert. Everyone's a little bit different. I'm just going to give you some nuggets along the way. Again, if you like what we're doing, subscribe, share, go back to past episodes, stay tuned for future episodes. Our goal is to dive in and to come inside of what's going on. But here is what's really going on. Hormones aren't the enemy. Here's the core concept: is hormones are really just messengers. They respond, right? They respond to stress and safety. They respond to blood sugar. They respond to sleep. They respond to chemical and endocrine signals, like even disruptors. Your body isn't broken. It's responding. So let's walk through some steps here. Again, this is going to be a very practical episode. Number one, calm the nervous system. Safety comes first. A stressed body prioritizes survival over hormone imbalance. And I can even tell you that a woman's body can intelligently shift her hormones out of balance if it can identify an environment that is not safe. So just giving that intelligently shifted system more hormones actually goes against what God's design of the body did. Things like constantly rushing, stressed at work, stressed at home, doom scrolling, eating on the go, never truly resting. Trying to restore hormones, here's an analogy. Trying to restore hormones in a stressed body is like trying to heal while the fire alarm is going off. Your body's not interested, right? So what are some practical shifts? Breath work. Huge fan of breath work. There's lots of tools in breath work. I'm a big fan of what I call diaphragmatic breath work. Maybe we can put a link to the diaphragm breathing video that we've done inside of this. I'm also a big fan of box breathing. I'm a big fan of Wim Hof's breath work. I've trained with his group and understand what that looks like. By the way, women, no cold plunging though. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of haters for this, but I'm not a fan of women cold plunging, especially when we're trying to balance cortisol. Guys, plunge all day long. Ladies, no cold plunging. Check in with your body. Remind it that it's safe, okay? Slow your meals down, sit down, put your fork down in between bites. Take some time. Just even reflect. When was the last time that my body actually felt safe? Step two, we're going to stabilize blood sugars. So here's the scoop. Here's the cascade. Blood sugar swings cause cortisol spikes. Cortisol spikes cause estrogen and progesterone disruption. So if you start your day with a blood sugar spike, you're going to be in a blood sugar roller coaster all day long, almost impossible to recover from. So what does that look like? What's the first thing that's crossing your mouth every morning? Is it a 70-gram sugared fancy coffee drink? Is it bagels? Is it, like what? Protein. Let's just go there. 20 to 30 grams of protein, healthy fat, moderate carbohydrates, and more complex than simple. Skipping meals, okay? No or low protein, like we just talked about. Under eating, oh my gosh. Ladies, you need to feel yourself like you're a $50 million racehorse. Put good fuel in your system. Now here's the scoop. You don't have to be perfect, but gentle, consistent progress is where it's at. Step three, let's start to understand EDCs, endocrine disrupting chemicals. Okay, what are they? They're endocrine disruptors. So endocrine disruptors are chemicals that mimic or block hormones. These are found in personal care products, big time, ladies. Those, I love how lovely you look when you have all your makeup on, but holy Toledo, there is on average about 400 different chemicals in those products, unless you've taken that step to start to look for cleaner products. Plastics, cleaning supplies, fragrances. Oh my goodness. There's obvious things like cologne and perfume, but like laundry detergent, fabric softeners, air fresheners, that stuff just jacks with hormones. Now, this is not about jumping into your house and throwing everything away. It's about awareness. And then what I tell people is finish what you have. And then when it's time to buy more, make a better choice, right? So now here's the thing. This can feel like a lot. So we actually put together an ebook that walks through simple swaps and where to start. We'll link that in the show notes, and you can have a chance to go in and grab that little ebook about household swaps. It's been one of our most popular books that we've ever created. Okay, step 4, sleep is a hormone instruction manual. Cortisol, insulin, estrogen clearance all depend on sleep. Night waking, what is really happening when you can't fall asleep or stay asleep, right? Gentle supports, right? So how do we do these? What does our evening routine look like? Are we doom scrolling at night? Are we have lots of flashing lights of televisions at night? Are you watching me right now before you're supposed to go to bed? I hope not. What is that evening routine? So here's the reality. When sleep improves, hormones follow. Keep that in mind. Next thing, one of my favorites, drainage pathways. Support drainage before trying to jockey hormones. Okay? What is drainage? It's all connected. So drainage is just simply how God designed things to get out of your body. Gut, liver, kidneys, lymphatic system, glymphatic system, menstrual cycle, sweat glands, respiratory system. Notice I did not say your skin. Anytime I see something on skin, I think poor drainage. I had a woman in the clinic yesterday, 35 years old, scarring cystic acne on her cheeks. And guess what her liver enzymes look like? Not good. Liver stress. Now, it didn't mean she needed a bunch of milk thistle. The question we had to figure out is, why are your liver enzymes where they are? Okay. Now, hormones are cyclical. We need to understand how that part works in the body and how they go. So you don't fix hormones by forcing them. You fix hormones by changing the environment that they're responding to. I've always said this. Hormones are like a beautiful rose bush, and your body is the flower garden. If you plant a beautiful rose bush into a weedy flower garden, the rose bush does not flourish. It does not do well. So what is the state of your flower garden? What's your terrain? How's your drainage? How's your nervous system tone? How's your metabolic regulation, right? Those are all things that we need to be chatting about. So here's the thing. You don't have to do everything right. Just do the next thing, right? Just walk through that. So some key takeaways I want you to walk away from in our short time today. Hormones respond to safety, blood sugar, sleep, and environmental signals. Endocrine disruptors quietly influence hormonal balance. So get that ebook. Let's swap things out. Small changes compound over time. This does not need to be a belly flop in the deep end, ladies. Slow changes. And you don't need to be perfect. I know that you might hold yourself to perfection and you are highly, highly critical of yourself. And my hubby, daddy heart wants to say to you, grace to you. Grace to you, my dear. You don't need perfection. You just need small awareness, small steps. All right. So again, if you want a simple place to start, we put together a free hormone support ebook as well. We'll walk you through these steps in more detail. Go into the show notes and have more conversation inside of that. So a joy to meet with you, to have conversations with you. Stay tuned for further episodes where we're going to be diving into more things about autoimmunity, women's health, drainage. Even some of the times, I get a lot of questions about Dr. Greg, what do you do? And I'm not going to say I'm the spitting image of health, right? What I can say is I feel like I have a pretty good rhythm of what is sustainable for me at almost 50 years old. So stay tuned for more episodes. My goal, again, is to bless you. If you're a woman watching this, is to bless you, because I know if I bless you, I bless your marriage, I bless your babies, and I bless your legacy. And that's truly what I'm about. I think of we create epic family reunions. And I know that you have a vision of who you want to be at that family reunion. So stay tuned for further episodes. Love chatting with you. Take care. God bless.